Get into a comfortable spot and welcome. Thank you for taking time for yourself today. Thank you for listening to your body. Thank you for listening to your heart. Take a moment, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Now I want you to do that again, and this time lift your shoulders up with your inhale, and exhale, put your shoulders back down. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. With your hands on your knees, palms facing up to receive what you need tonight. You can focus on the word related to your heart, such as love, kindness, forgiveness, openness, willingness, kindness. Let that be your guiding tool tonight. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Hands up over your head, hands palms together. Swan dive forward, hands to the ground. You should feel that in your thighs, possibly maybe even in your back. And rise up slowly. One more time. Arms up, palms facing each other this time. Turn them and swan dive over again, palms to the ground. One more time. Inhale up, palms to the ground. Exhale. Rise up. Put your legs out in front of you. Shake them out a bit. They might be a little tight from easy seat. Wiggle your toes. Now take your right leg over your left leg. Raise your right arm and put your elbow to your knee, outside of your knee. And then turn with your left hand to the back. And feel that stretch. You should feel that in your back, your thigh, maybe even your calf muscles. This is called Half Lord of the Fishes. And release. Uncross your legs. Put your legs down. Let's do the other side. Left leg over your right leg. Left elbow to the outside of your knee. Right hand to the back and twist. Don't forget to breathe. People tend to hold their breath. And release. Wiggle your legs again. Now, every position that we do, the goal is not to fully get into that position. You do what's best for you. We don't want any injuries. This should not be hurting you. You might feel a nice stretch, but beyond that, we don't want to do that. Okay. So for those who can, feet together, knees raised, elbows back, and lift up, head back, chest open, and release. One more time, feet together, knees bent, Hands behind, elbows back, lift up, open your chest, and release. Good job. Lean forward and stretch. If you can't touch your feet, you can place your hands onto your ankles. Your shins are an option. Your knees are an option. Your thighs are an option. Do what's best for you. And release. Swing your feet to the right and come to table, which is your knees slightly apart, your hands flat on the ground, parallel to your shoulders, and a flat back. Inhale, exhale. Now we want to open up the chest. Again, we're focusing on the heart tonight. So we're going to open up your chest by going into cat and cow pose. So if you lift your head and arch your back, that is cow pose. If you curve your back and bring your head down, that is cat pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Head up. Exhale to cat. Make sure you round your back. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Now we're going to go into a resting pose. Spread your knees to the outskirts of your mat and bring your feet together, and then sit back and stretch your arms forward. This is what we call child's pose. This is a resting pose. You can always come back to this position anytime throughout your practice. You might feel that in your thighs. You might feel this stretch in your back, in your hips, in your forearms, in your shoulders. You can place your forehead onto the mat. Or if you would like, you can fold your arms and place your forehead on your wrist. Relax your shoulders and don't forget to breathe. All right, slowly rise up and sit on your feet if you can. Roll your shoulders back. Head tilt to the left. Head tilt to the right. And sometimes we can use assistance with that. So if you would take your left arm and place it over your head and pull your head to the left for a nice stretch, not too hard, and release. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Your right hand, raise it up, place it over your head and slightly pull to the right and release. Still sitting on your toes and on your feet if you can. We're going to rotate our upper body to the left. So your hands are on your knees right now. Slowly rotate them to your waist. And look behind you. Don't forget to breathe. And release. Same thing to your right. Hands on your knees. Slowly guide them to the back. Look over your shoulder for a nice twist. And release. Now, if you want to dive deeper into this pose, this is actually called hero pose. If you would like to dive deeper, you can spread your feet and sit down on your mat in between your feet. This is a little tougher. Sometimes it can cause pain in your lower legs, in your thighs. So I don't stay here too long. Come back to tabletop. Wiggle your waist. Get some motion back in the area. You're going to take your right hand, raise it up. And this is called threading the needle. So take your right arm and push it through your left. Bring your ear to your mat and breathe. Enjoy the stretch. And release. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take your left arm and thread it through your right. Ear to the mat, left ear to the mat. And breathe. And release. Come back to tabletop. So we're still on our knees. So what we're going to do is come down to the mat and lift up. This is Sphinx pose. Okay. And if you come down a little lower, this is Cobra. Okay. You should feel that all in your back. Lift back up to Sphinx. Open up your chest. Open up your heart. Come back down to Cobra. Now those who are able, bend your toes and push yourself up to a push-up. Everybody's familiar with the push-up stance, right? Remember push-ups? Now, from the push-up stance, you want to arch your back, lift your behind, and come into a triangle with your body. And there you will find the infamous downward dog pose. Get comfortable into that position. You might need to wiggle your legs. You should feel it in your calf muscles, your forearms. And if need be, you can always come back to our resting pose, which is child's pose. So bring your knees down to the mat, outer edges of your mat. Bring your feet together. Lean back and sit onto your feet. Stretch your arms forward. Forehead down to the mat for child's pose again. And breathe. You can do this. Come out of child's pose. Come back to tabletop. Push up to a push-up. Arch and extend to come back into downwards dog. Breathe. From here, let's go back to Sphinx. Legs flat. Lift up. Then come down to Cobra. You should feel that in your back. And back up to Downward Dog. One more time. Come to Sphinx. Legs flat on your mat. Head back, shoulders back, open chest. Down to Cobra. Feel it in your lower back. And then back up to Downward Dog. Now let's rest. Coming back to Child's Pose. Legs to your outer, knees to your outer mat. Feet together. Sit back on your feet. Arms stretched forward. Forehead to your mat. And breathe. Breathe into Child's Pose. Rest, rule, and abide. Listen to your body. Wiggle your fingers. And slowly rise up. Bring your knees together. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your right arm. Tilt over to your left and expand your chest by reaching your arm back and release. Do the same thing. Raise your left arm over your head to the right and slowly move your arm to the back to open up your chest even more. And release. Bring your legs back around to the front. Come to the down toward the end bottom of your mat. Now what we want to do is lift your legs up. Okay? This is called boat pose. Lift your arms. Do you see the shape of the boat? Stay right there. Now you might start to shake. That's okay. You might feel your muscles in your stomach quivering. That's okay. Feet up. Head up. Slowly come down to the ground. Relax your shoulders. Wiggle your toes. And breathe. Bend your right leg and cross it over your left leg. Pull your leg with your left arm. Extend your right arm out and look toward your right hand. You should feel this twist, spinal twist in your back, your legs, your shoulders, and release. Same thing on the other side. Bend your left leg. Place it over your right by pulling it with your right hand. Extend your left hand out to your side and look to your left at your left hand. And breathe. And release. Bring both knees to your chest. Hug yourself. Thank yourself by giving yourself a hug for your hard work tonight. Wrap your arms around your knees and give yourself a hug. Slowly rock. This is a great way to massage your back by hugging your knees and slowly rocking side to side. Slowly bring your feet back to the ground. Extend your toes to the bottom of the mat. Place your right hand on your chest, your left hand on your stomach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, love. Exhale, hate. Inhale, light. Exhale, darkness. Inhale, peace. Exhale, chaos. And breathe. Close your eyes. Focus on love, peace, joy, light. Receive it today. When you're ready, release your hands to your mat, palms facing up. Slowly turn to your right in the fetal position. Inhale, exhale. Use your hands to push yourself up and come to easy feet. Hands on your knees, palms facing up. Inhale, exhale. Hands over your head, lift up. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, bring your palms down to your chest.